Hey garden friends, I hope everyone's doing all right. It is a beautiful day. It is a little late. I normally do my videos a little, in the morning actually, but right now it's perfect because it's cooled down. It's still a good 80 degrees, but there's a nice breeze going. It is just so beautiful outside. So I was, you know, just inspired by the beautiful weather because it's been so hot, and I love the heat. But it's been like unbearable because it's been humid and it's usually not that humid around here. I live in San Diego. I live by the beach. So we always have a beach breeze going, but lately it's been pretty humid, stagnant air, but right now there's a breeze going, so I'm super happy. So I'm out here in the garden, of course, and I've got this awesome terracotta pot. It's like maybe 10 inches wide. It's very nice. It's not one of those like just basic terracotta pots. It's like one of those lower, wider ones. I found it at Armstrong and I was like, oh, that's mine. I'm gonna take it. I'll show you the succulents that I have for it. I have here a Graptosedum California Sunset. Look at that. And we're here in California, so I thought that it would be just a beautiful choice to have as a thriller. It's it's bluish greenish, but if you give it enough light, it'll turn into this like peach pink color, a very unique color for sure. Graptosedum California Sunset. I also have Graptoveria Bashful. Look at this. Oh my god. I love this one. This one has a bloom coming out. It has multiple blooms actually. And you can see it's that green color, but it starts to get into that pink tone when you give it enough light. No wonder it's called Bashful. Graptoveria Bashful. Ooh, look at this one. Cotyledon, Happy Young Lady. That's what it's called, Happy Young Lady. And as you can see the tips there, they turn into that beautiful red. So, of course, it's filled with that farina. And sorry for the sound. I mean, if you can hear that like wind blowing, it's my tents blowing around in the wind. That's how good the breeze is right now. But anyways, sorry about all the wind sounds. But anyways, Cotyledon, Happy Young Lady. What a beautiful name. And as I was saying, it's got all that farina on the leaves. So all that white coating that you see, that's called farina. And it's what the succulents develop to protect them from like the sun. It's like sunscreen for succulents. Isn't that cool? But the tips get super red. So I'm going to use this as like a height, to add height to my arrangement for sure. And it clusters up. As you can see, there's two plants right here, and this is a 2-inch pot. Beautiful. I have, to use as filler, I have Afra variegata. This is Portulacaria, and it's the variegated type. It's elephant bush, and I'm going to get a little closer so you can see the variegation on the leaves there. And the margins actually turn hot pink if you give it enough light or sun. A beautiful plant to have because it's like it grows like a carpet, kind of like a ground cover. So if you have a sunny area in your garden that a lot of plants have a hard time growing, plant some Portulacaria. It'll fill that space up in no time, I guarantee it. Let's see, I also have, this is an Echeveria, and this is a Joan Daniel. So it's a little darker, so it's a little harder to see, but it is like it feels like velvet. It's very nice. It's a deep green, as you can see. It's kind of got like a silver undertone to it, and you see the leaves underneath are this beautiful burgundy color. This is going to add a lot of interest, texture to my arrangement for sure. Echeveria Joan Daniel. Cool name. I have Echeveria. This is a Fleur Blanc. So super symmetrical. Look at it. Oh my goodness. It looks like a rose. It kind of almost looks like an Echeveria Lola to me, but a blue one. Check that out. Beautiful. Love the rosettes. Love the pastels. Talking about pastels, I have an Echeveria Blue Atoll. More like green atoll to me, but yeah, they call it Blue Atoll, and it kind of grows upright like that, like a lotus. And if you know me, I love anything that grows like a lotus because that is my favorite flower, a lotus flower. But check that out. The leaves are very thin, so it needs a lot more water than other succulents do. That's a little pro tip for sure. The thinner the succulent leaf, the more water it's gonna need. The chubbier the leaf, like for instance, this is a little chubbier right here, the less water it's gonna need. So this is gonna need more water than this one right here. Just a little tip there. So yeah, this is Echeveria Blue Atoll. Ooh, this is a Graptoveria. I've never really planted with this one. It's a rare one around here. This is Jules, Jules. Graptoveria Jules. I'm so lucky to have found this one right here. Look at it. So it's green, but it turns pink. And it's got this like beautiful rosette shape to it. So beautiful. I love it. Love, love, love it. Oh, it's going to add color and texture to my arrangement here. Because I'm dealing with a lot of green, as you can see. Graptoveria Jules. Oh, okay. This is, I believe it's a Graptoveria. I might be wrong, but this is Olivia. Super beautiful. Look at the tips there. They get kind of pink, red. These succulents here get super big, wide, and they cluster pups at the base of them. So if you want more succulents, or if you want to fill a big space in a pot, this is your plant here, Olivia. And last but not least, this is kind of like a rare one. I don't see it that often around here. This is Sedum Hernandezi. I think I'm pronouncing it right. But I'm going to use this as a filler, and you know, it grows on like these like kind of corky stems, very thick, very sturdy, super hardy, super green, kind of jelly bean-like leaves, super juicy, love it. Sedum Hernandezi. I don't see this one as often. I'm very happy to have it. All right, so let's get to this arrangement. I'm going to get my succulent soil here. I'm going to put it over here and fill this pot all the way to the top, and hopefully I have enough soil because this is a pretty big pot. I don't normally work with like super big pots like this one, but it's always exciting to work with a bigger space. I've gotten used to working with smaller spaces, which is more challenging, which makes me better at arranging succulents. All right, so I'm pressing it in. There we go. Oh, that's very good. Good start there. And I'm going to start with the Graptosedum California Sunset. I'm going to put this to the side just a little bit right here so you can see what I'm doing. And I've taken it out of its nursery pot. I'm kind of shaking off the excess soil here that I don't need in the pot. I'm kind of like just shaking off the soil here, and not too much, you know, I'm still leaving a good root system there. I don't really want to like mess with the root system too much. And I'm going to start right over here. So in the left kind of corner, off center, I'm going to put this California Sunset, anchor it down by pressing some soil around it. Perfect. All right, that's good. And then I'm going to go for my Olivia because I know they get really big. So I'm going to need it to be by the rim so it can have enough space to grow if it needs to. I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the California Sunset. And it's got some old leaves down at the base there, super normal. All right. I'm gonna, there we go, anchor it down. Can I keep it in place by holding onto it? And I'm gonna press on the soil there around it so it can stay put. Perfect. Cool. All right, so now we need some color for sure. Green and green, ooh. All right, so what are we gonna do? What am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna go for the Fleur Blanc. This is a tough one because I have a lot of green, I have a lot of blue going on. So, you know, when you have the same color, it's kind of hard to balance it all out. That's why it's important to bring in a little color. So that's why I have the Happy Young Lady, the Bashful, the Jewels. I'm gonna put this one in the center because I know it's gonna grow nice and wide and it's gonna fill the space up. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. I love the shape, the rosette of this succulent here. Oh my goodness, I love it. They get so big and beautiful. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the jewels because we definitely need some color. Definitely, definitely. And where should I put this one? Let's see. I think I'll put it right here. Yeah. All right. Beautiful. So beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, and now I'm gonna go for the Bashful. I'm gonna go for on the other side here, and these get really big as well. Oh my goodness, they really do. They cluster up all sorts of like multiple babies all around them. I'm gonna put it more towards the rim over here. Beautiful. All right. Okay, that's good. And let's see. So I've got the Joan Daniel. I've got the blue Atoll. I'm gonna go for the blue Atoll. This one's got a lot of dead leaves at the base, so I'm just gonna pluck those out, and it doesn't hurt the plant at all. I'm gonna put it right here. A lot of rosettes here. This is a rosette arrangement for sure. Look at it. Oh my goodness. I'm just loving it. Loving it, loving it. So now we definitely need some texture for sure. So I'm gonna get to my so how should I do this? So I've got you know what? I'm gonna grab a little more succulents because I underestimated the size of this planter. So I'm gonna go get a Graptoveria Moonglow. I'll get a Violet Queen. I'll be right back. Bear with me. And I'm back. I didn't go too far. So this is the Violet Queen and another Echeveria. Look at that. So beautiful. Oh, one of my favorites. And this is a Graptoveria. This is a Moonglow. Right there. Okay. So, you know, I'm going to go... I need to fill up that space. And I didn't want to use the same succulents. So I want to kind of to make it a little more interesting for y'all. And I'm going to move. I think that I'm going to move this Jewels over here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Put it over here. And then I'll put, not the Moonglow, but the Happy Young Lady towards the back because I know it's going to get tall. So you want to put your taller succulents towards the back so they won't block anything that's like in front of them basically. And I know that that Olivia there is going to get super big. So I'm not too worried about that one. But it, like, if I were to put this one, like, in the front, that wouldn't make any sense because it would get tall and then cover everything else. So there does have to be, there has to be some sort of balance with height. That is very important. So it's important to know how your succulents grow. I'm going to add more soil there. More soil here. So, okay, so that's better. That is better. I'm going to like settle some of that soil down. Here we go. Make it a little flat there. It's kind of mounding. Perfect. Okay, and now I'm going to go for my Joan Daniel. And I'm going to put my Joan Daniel by the Happy Young Lady because it's gonna, let's see, match very nicely. I'm trying to find the word to match, to combine. It's going to complement. They're going to complement each other very well here. And I'm going to grab my knitting needle. It's got a ton of perlite in the center there. And I'm just going to kind of poke it out with my knitting needle. Boom. Ooh, works like a charm. And I'm going to put it right here. Oh, yes. Beautiful. I'm going to add more soil. Wow. The wind is really going, man. It's feeling really good, but it kind of worries me. You know, there's a lot of fires around, and the wind is never a good thing when there's a fire around. Oh, gosh. Ugh. All right. Okay, there you go. Wow, that's coming out really nice. Really, really nice. And so I have this Graptoveria moon glow that I still have to work with. And I'll put it right, you know what? I'll put the moon glow over here. Because if I put the Violet Queen right here, it's kind of similar. I don't know. Okay, there we go. It's kind of similar to the Blue Atoll. So I don't want to like put it right beside it because then it'll kind of blend in. So I'm going to put the moon glow instead because that's a different texture. It's kind of like the leaves are not thin, they're chubby. So it's going to look a lot better right beside that Blue Atoll, if that makes any sense. Hey, and this is the way that I arrange. So, you know, you might arrange differently. All right. And now I'm going to kind of adjust my Joan Daniel there. And I want to fit in the Violet Queen right there. Wow. I try not to worry about the wind because it feels so good. But oh, it's just so beautiful. It's such a break. A relief from like the heat. All right, so I'm gonna kind of adjust. Ooh, that's a big one right there. Wow, what am I gonna do with this? Okay, so I'm going to kind of adjust my Olivia towards the back here. So I'm gonna move it a little. I'm gonna move this Happy Young Lady. Oh no, I've got a leaf here that I lost. Oh well, it happens. It happens. I'm gonna put the Happy Young Lady over here. Boom, right by my Olivia. And I'm gonna kind of lift that little leaf up. Add more soil. Okay, that makes more sense. And now the Violet Queen is going to have enough space right here. Wow. I underestimated the size of this one. And I'm going to actually, to make it smaller, I'm going to grab those bottom leaves and I'm going to pop them off. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And boop, right in there. Wow, it's huge. And I actually broke a leaf off. by pressing it down. The leaves on those are very, very thin, very fragile, and I'm going to use my knitting needle to kind of press it down instead of doing it with my finger, because it's my finger that's like tearing the leaves apart. Okay, okay, that's good. That is good. Okay, there we go. And my camera is telling me that I'm running out of battery, so I'm getting a little nervous here. Am I going to be able to finish this arrangement? Oh, I hope so. So now I've got the Hernandez-y. And I'm feeling a little pressured now. But hey, maybe my good karma will come in right now. And boom. Oh, Hernandez-y right there. You see how Sedum is perfect as a filler? And I'll put another Hernandez-y right over here. Going to take a little bit off the root system there and kind of press it in there. Come on, work with me. Boom. All right, perfect. And I'm going to put another one like right here in the center. Break off a little of that root system. Okay, that's all right. Right there. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love it. And now I'm going to get my Afra. And I'm going to kind of tear it apart here. And fill in the other spaces towards the back. So I've got a little space here. And I'll fill that up with the Afra. Please don't die on me, camera, please. And I'm going to kind of get this mess out of my way. I'm gonna bring this planter back how I want it to look, just like that. Perfect. So I've got, maybe I can fit some Afra here. Oh, this is turning into a hot mess. I am so sorry, guys, because I'm trying to beat the clock here, or you know, the battery, basically. Okay, so add a little bit of Afra there. Should I add more? Yeah, I should add more. I'm like really trying my luck here. I'm really trying my luck. I'm gonna kind of tear it apart here and put some here. So I'm using the Portulacaria as a filler, and it's going very, very well. Very, very well. And then the final touch right here. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. This is such a beautiful arrangement, I gotta say. And I'm not gonna use this one right here. So I'm going to kind of clear my table here, and gosh, I'm just praying that the battery lasts. Just a few more minutes, just a few more minutes, please. Okay, life of a vlogger, I guess, if you would consider me a vlogger. Now I'm gonna go for the rocks. Yep, you heard me, I'm going for the rocks. I'm really risking it here. I am taking my chances. And I'm gonna start at the rim. And work with the rim first. And see if I need to fix any other holes in the center, but I doubt that I'll have any time for that. But for sure, I'll fill in the rim. Being very careful with my succulents, not tearing them apart while I'm like doing this in a frenzy, if you don't notice. Oh my goodness. There goes a little Hernandez-y leaf that I will propagate, but here I go, here I go. Okay, so I have finished my rim. Oh my gosh. Okay, Okay. I can do this. I can do this. Hey, sorry if it's not as relaxing as it usually is, but a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do, right? Woo! Oh my gosh, I have finished my arrangement, and I'm even going to blow some of that. I am just really, whoa, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. There we go. I'm feeling good. All right, here we go. So we've got that California sunset with that portulacaria right there. That Olivia, beautiful young lady with the sedum. And all the beautiful rosettes. Look at that. It turned out to be beautiful, didn't it? Thank you for your patience. This was a long video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I sure did. I am really enjoying my time in the garden. And thank you, battery gods, for giving me enough time to finish this arrangement. Thank you, garden friends, for tuning in. And until next time, bye.